All right, coin update here on the 3rd. So I haven't updated this one in a while, but last update, I had this as an A wave. I had this as a 5th wave. If you watched it a couple weeks ago, I talked about it being in bearish divergence right here. I was shorting it. I got impatient. I sold my short for a couple $100 gain, and then it tanked down here to 240. Your next demand zone is down here at 214. I still think that's where it's headed because you see here it's already made 9 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for that reason, it should be at least retracing here. And I think that right here is more than likely an A wave, kind of similar to Tesla. So up here, I think you can be looking up here about 263 here soon, maybe even tomorrow. And then I'm looking for at least a move down here to these moving averages. I'm not sure if we're going to get all the way down here to 214, maybe just 228. So like this, you held the 20 right here. I think it probably breaks the 20 on the next move down here to the 100 and the 200 where they're converging. And I think that's going to be the B wave. And then from there, I still think there's probably another move up. Although we need to look and see what happened back over here because, again, you have the head and shoulders pattern going on. And this basically is in the same spot as here. So I could see this falling down here. Well, let's see if we get down to 214. See it falling down, bouncing, coming down, going back up like this, and then finally coming down like that. Similar to right here. It's making a head and shoulders pattern. So short term is really all we need to focus on, though. Again, I think that wave 1 ended right here on the long-term pattern. And we're just currently in an overall wave B. That's where I think we're at. So this took about a month and a half. So we'll see how long this takes. It's probably going to take a little bit longer for it to go to new highs. I'd be very surprised if I was wrong and it went to new highs right away. You can see on the standard deviation too. This is at +2 standard deviations. The only possibility, I guess, let's just look at this on the hourly. Yeah, I don't even see that. Yeah, I don't give this very much chance of breaking this higher here at 276. I think it needs to come back down farther before it can even have a chance of going higher. And yeah, pretty much what I just said. Look for some kind of move up here. Bearish divergence is playing out on the daily. What I want to see, though, is I want to see this RSI get below 53. If we can get RSI below 53 and then hold this low at 194, that should be bullish. So I want to see something like this over the next week or so. Something like that. I want to see price go down like this, and then it's time to go long because then you're probably going to get a move that's going to go to a higher high. You have bullish divergence there. So coin looks pretty good overall, short term. But again, it's probably coming down here to, I would say this 134 gap is very, very likely. And again, if you haven't watched my previous videos, here's the overall count. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. And then we got a 5-wave move down here. This looks like a 5-wave move. So A, B, C, 5 waves down. And that will be the second wave. And then you can go long again. Because this is probably going to head all the way up here to $545 after that. So when I go over this and I talk about, and I'm thinking about Bitcoin too, I think Bitcoin's probably in the same spot. It needs to probably retrace a lot lower. if it's going to follow coin. That's been my prediction for a while on Bitcoin. I'll pull it up here. It's at 105 right now. So I said previous video 111. I was $1,000 off. Right now it's just bouncing around here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll see how this goes. I would probably expect Bitcoin to come down here and make some new lows, then bounce back, and then start coming down. But this is also going to coincide with the overall market, so that could take another month or so. This could be a long wait for this to take off to the downside. And again, actually, this does not have bearish divergence, though. So that's something to take into account. It does not have bearish divergence. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly does have bearish divergence. That's even worse than having the daily. So the daily can chop around. Doesn't really need to do that much right now. But the weekly, higher high, lower high, suggests that we're going to get this. So I'm expecting something like that. My low point is probably like 65,000. It could just come down here to 80,000 too. We'll see how it goes. But that is not what you really want to see. Let me go back to the weekly. Yeah, so I was looking at this thinking it potentially had a chance to be a 1-2, but this made a lower low. So you can see it's just all green candles up here. That's because this was an ABC move. I'll show you right here. This is where I got my 111,000 from. That's on the regular chart. Log chart, 111,000. It goes to 112,000. So I think this is a B wave. I think we're going to get a C wave down. So now going back to coin, you can see why I'm predicting it to go lower. So hopefully that helps out a little bit. Bearish divergence, Bitcoin on the weekly chart. On coin though, do we have it as well on coin? I didn't look. No, we don't have it on coin. Coin has daily. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. That's my update on coin. Expecting a big drop whenever the market does. Bitcoin, same thing. We'll see what happens. That's my update. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe for more updates, and I'll catch you in the next video.